Look, I'm not here to convince you of anything. I just want to walk through 3 points with you. They're grounded in science, philosophy, and basic logic. And you can disagree with me at the end, that's fine, but at least hear me out first. We're going to start with what we know, what science tells us, and we're going to follow the logic wherever it leads. No opinions, no leaps of faith, just the chain of reasoning and where it ends up. Let's get into it. So here's what we know. In 1929, Edwin Hubble observed that galaxies are moving away from each other and that the universe is expanding. So if you rewind that expansion like a rewinding film, everything collapses into a single point, a beginning. And in 1965, Penzias and Robert Wilson detected the cosmic microwave background radiation. Now, this is essentially just that afterglow of that initial event. It's the residual heat from the moment everything started. That discovery won them the Nobel Prize. And in 2003, 3 physicists, Borde, Guth, and Vilenkin, published a theorem showing that any universe, listen to this, any universe that on average has been expanding must have a past boundary, a starting point. Now, Vilenkin himself put it plainly. All the evidence that we have says that the universe had a beginning or has a beginning. Now, this isn't controversial. This is just the model of cosmology. The universe began to exist, and we call that event the Big Bang. So the first question is simple. What caused it? And there's an old principle in philosophy that goes back over 2,500 years ago to a Greek thinker named Penzias. And in Latin, it's called nihilo nihil fit. Out of nothing, nothing comes. And the idea is straightforward. If there were truly ever nothing, no matter, no energy, no space, no time, no laws of physics, absolutely nothing, then nothing could ever come into existence because nothingness has no power to produce anything. There's nothing there to do the producing. Now, some people have pushed back on this. Lawrence Krauss, for example, he wrote a book in 2012 called A Universe from Nothing, arguing that quantum physics shows that the universe could come from nothing. But there's a problem. And this isn't just me saying this. David Albert, a philosopher of physics at Columbia, pointed this out in his review in the New York Times. He said that Krauss's nothing wasn't actually nothing. It was a quantum vacuum. A quantum vacuum has structure. It has energy. It operates under physical laws. That's something. And he just redefined the word nothing. So the principle holds. And most people, whether you're religious, agnostic, or atheist, intuitively understand this. Things don't just pop into existence from absolute nothingness without any cause. That's not science, that's literally magic. So, if the universe began to exist and it couldn't have come from nothing, then something caused it. Now, here's where it gets interesting. Whatever caused the universe to come into existence can't just be anything. It has to have specific attributes. And this isn't opinion, it's just deduction based on what we've already established. So think about it this way. There's a famous analogy from William Paley. He's an 18th century philosopher. He said, basically, you're walking along a beach and you find a watch laying in the sand. You pick it up, you see the gears, the hands, the glass face, everything working together in perfect precision. Maybe a Rolex. No reasonable person looks at that watch and says the ocean waves must have assembled this by accident. You know immediately that something with knowledge, ability, and intent made that watch. The watch tells you something about its maker without you ever needing to meet them. Now, scale that up. The universe operates on mathematical constants so precise that if any of them were off by an incomprehensible small fraction, no stars form, no planets, no life, nothing. The cause of the universe, whatever it is, produced space, time, matter, and energy. It produced the laws that govern everything. So what can we deduce? Whatever caused the universe must be outside space and time because it created space and time. It must be immaterial because it created matter. It must be enormously powerful and capable of producing a universe of extraordinary order and precision. These aren't leaps. They're just the logical requirements based on what we already know. So let's put it together. Something caused the universe to exist. That something didn't come from nothing. It must be eternal. It has no beginning and no end because if it did, we would just push the question back further. And it must exist outside of space and time and matter, and it must be immeasurably powerful. and it must be capable of producing a universe of staggering complexity and order. An eternal, all-powerful source of everything that exists. And that is what we call God. I'm not here to tell you what to believe. I just follow the logic. You can take it or leave it, but the next time someone tells you that there's no evidence, no reason to even consider the idea, ask them to explain where everything came from. Because simply saying, I don't know, isn't a rebuttal. It's just a starting point.